Hey, it actually looks alright, like, even though I've got nothing but the street lights and the brake lights lighting up this beautiful mug of mine. I'll put that on. Is that better? Kind of like it better like that, actually. Yeah. Anyway, maybe I'll put that over my face so I stop looking at myself. Anyway, hello. How are you? Today, just this afternoon, I started thinking about this concept of mirroring, basically. Mirroring is basically this concept that when two people have some sort of connection with each other, it could be a friendship, could be a relationship, could be business relationship, could be anything. Like two people are talking and they're like clearly getting along. They're clearly like friends or something, or more, or whatever, rapport. They've got a connection. They will tend to start to mirror each other's sort of body language, basically, and mirror a lot of things. Mirror their body language, mirror their vocal styles. Like they'll start, if they're in rapport, as a really, really overly basic example, if someone is, no, I'm going to put this on. It's definitely better. If someone normally talks very, very technically and intellectual, and they're talking with someone who's not stupid but hasn't got that same type, they don't use the same type of language, maybe the other person will just feel like matching them, or maybe the like either side. Maybe one person will talk more technically, the other one will talk more casually, or whatever. They'll match each other, or whatever. And what it does is it actually strengthens that connection. It strengthens that rapport that those two people feel. They feel it more strongly, because it feels good to be connected to someone, to have a connection, like platonic or otherwise, it doesn't matter. Just some sort of connection with other human beings or animals or whatever, it doesn't matter. Sometimes you'll yawn and then your dog will yawn afterwards, like immediately afterwards or at the same time or whatever. It's because your dog's in rapport. The dog loves you. The dog adores you, right? It's like across all animals. Like they kind of do this to varying levels. So there's that, but it also then leads into the next thing, is that whatever you feel, the other person is going to pick up on that vibe. The old saying is, whatever you feel, they feel. Okay? If you feel anxious and you're in rapport with someone, then the other person is going to feel a bit anxious for you, right? That's how we would describe it. If you're around happy people, you feel happy. Blah, blah, blah. So that's like your emotion influences their emotion in a kind of direct way. Obviously, it's not as black and white as that. And, you might be really happy and it just doesn't quite break the other person's mood. Usually because they're not actually in rapport with you. Like they're too in their head to have a connection with you. You know what I mean? Like if you're feeling really upset about something, you're not going to build rapport. You're not going to even do the body language of like being in rapport with someone, like making eye contact or sharing the same language as them or sharing the same body language. Next time you're at a party or some sort of social gathering, just do a bit of people watching and watch the people that are around you, and you can tell who's in rapport and who's not, because their feet will be facing, like it's crazy, their feet will be facing the same direction or pointed at each other, right? Weird. They'll be using similar hand gestures. gestures. If one person's arms are crossed, the other person's arms will be crossed. Or whatever, because it comes back to that whatever they feel, you feel, if you're in rapport, right? So, and it's sort of linked in with that whole feelings are connected to the as I've mentioned in other videos. Feelings are connected to the subconscious is connected to the body will react to the subconscious because it is being controlled subtly by the subconscious. Okay, so you ever had someone scratch themselves and then you don't even realize that you've just scratched your ear as well? Like little weird shit like that. So whatever you feel, they feel. So these are two interesting concepts. Mirroring, whatever they feel, whatever you feel, they feel. And here's a next concept, is that as I mentioned in other videos, and I've just mentioned then, your subconscious will influence your body. So in the most obvious example of this is your body language. So if you are feeling nervous, you'll look nervous. If you're trying to pretend that you're not nervous by standing confidently and with your shoulders back and all that sort of stuff, if someone is very observant, they'll be able to tell that you're faking it. No matter how good you are at faking confidence, they will be able to tell that you're nervous, right? Because your subconscious is just so perfectly linked in with your body that it will control your body uncontrollably. And because it's a subconscious, you don't even notice how you're standing. You don't even notice the tonality of your voice. You don't even notice the direction that your eyes are moving, or how much tension is around the corners of your eyes, or whatever it may be. That is a telltale thing of your body language. Okay, interesting, right? You don't even realize it, and you can't fake it. To some people, they will just see straight through you, right? Especially people who know you like a book. Okay, now let's think about that. What if a conversation comes up? What if a topic of conversation comes up, and then without realizing it, your body language shifts? Your subconscious... Now, sorry, before I go into that, your subconscious and your body language is communicating partially to the conscious mind, partially to the part, like you can say, oh yes, they are standing confidently. I can see because they're tall and their shoulders and their face, and they're relaxed and they're this and they're that, right? And you can consciously and logically analyze that and blah, blah, blah. Most people don't do that in real time. They have to actually pull back and do it on purpose, right? Now, what was I going to say? What was I going to say about that? Come on, remind me. What it does though, yes, it can be conscious, but predominantly it's subconscious. It actually predominantly communicates straight to your subconscious, and that's why you might get a good feeling about someone within seconds of meeting them. You've just got a good vibe. You've just got a good feeling. Especially if someone is genuinely an open person, an open book, would share anything with you, hasn't got a lot to hide, and is comfortable with sharing themselves, and doesn't hold a lot of regret and anxiety, because these are all things that sit in the back of your mind, in the subconscious, and it will come across in your body language without you even realizing it. That's why it's so important to, rather than fake it till you make it, actually fucking dig into your brain and unearth the uncomfortable truths that you need to edit or change or whatever, because it will come across in your body language. Now, whatever you feel, they feel. And it's communicating directly with the subconscious. Now, I've got friends who in the past have told me, Chris, I'm here for you. I want you to tell me anything. Like anything, I'm here for you, right? And then logically, I'm like, okay, cool. Those words are coming to my head. I've made sense of them. Awesome, cool. I can say whatever I like to this person, right? Yet, when it comes to them expressing the darkness within themselves, or expressing opinions, or expressing ideas, or expressing their day, or expressing anything, whatever that may be, you can tell that they're uncomfortable. Or they never, ever, ever talk about it. Because it makes them uncomfortable talking about it, okay? What does that do to... Now, try to imagine. You're talking about a topic, or they're telling you about a topic. Their body language is... Their subconscious is giving them the body language and the vocal tonality and all these subtle little things that communicate this is a topic that we should not be talking about. I should not be talking about this. I do not feel comfortable talking about this. This is bad, this is bad, this is bad. I feel anxious, I feel uncomfortable, blah, blah, blah. So that may not consciously register. I mean, you might consciously say they feel awkward talking about this, but deep down what it's actually doing is saying that this topic of conversation is off limits, basically, and I am forcing myself to say this, right? And so what does that do? It means that trains the other person, the listener, that that's not okay to talk about, basically. So then that person, whatever you feel they feel, right? So next thing, something happens to you in your life and you want to bring up that thing of conversation. Nah. You get this feeling because your subconscious has been programmed. And now you feel uncomfortable. You're like, why do I have this feeling? I can talk to my other friends about this topic, but when I talk to this person, I feel kind of weird. I feel kind of uncomfortable about this, right? So, and that's the reason why. Now, every single one of us who's not a sociopath, whatever it is, psychopath, whatever path, right? Every one of us wants our friends to feel comfortable to talk around us. Yet, for them, the programming in their mind to feel comfortable talking with you, you need to train your brain to be comfortable with talking about things. You have to find a way to subdue all that negative self-talk. And I mean, this isn't a video about calming that negative self-talk at all. That's a whole nother can of worms that I've only got a certain amount of time before I finish driving. I haven't got time to talk about it. But understand that you being grounded in yourself and you being comfortable with who you are and being comfortable with your past and being comfortable with your story and being open and honest and not manipulative and not this and not that, just being true to yourself, open and comfortable with that will actually help the people that are around you in so many ways. Not just feeling comfortable in them, in making your friends feel comfortable, but they might open up to you with something that they haven't shared with anyone before, right? And it might really heal them. You might be a catalyst to them healing themselves. And to me, that is fucking amazing. You know, I don't really swear a lot on these videos, but that is fucking amazing. If you are contributing to someone else in general, but especially someone you care about, them healing, that's an amazing thing. What the hell is that? Is that some crazy negative camber on a fucking Celica on Eastlink? Are you kidding me? They're driving like that? Holy shit, the wheels are fucking worn like a motherfucker on the inside. The wheels are like this. It's driving on fucking Eastlink, and the back wheels are like this on this brand new Celica. I think it's a Celica. I don't know cars. Toyota sports car. I'm pretty sure that's a Celica. Yeah, there you go. Front and back are like that. Anyway, I digress. So, what do you do about it? Well, honestly, you need to be able to. I wish I could take a photo of it. It looks fucking silly. I love silly, but that's awesome silly. Anyway, what do you do about it? Well, understand, first of all, internalize that the more you help yourself, the more healing that you can do within your own soul and yourself, that is going to rub off on the people around you. It's going to influence every single person that you interact with. Everyone from the checkout chick to your best friend, to your housemate, to your family, to everyone. They're all going to freaking relate. They're all going to connect. They're all going to get that rub off on them. And it's a beautiful thing. And if you care about your friends, and if you care about your family, and you care about all your loved ones, and even care about strangers and shit, you'll make sure that you're going to do what you can to help those around you. To help yourself so that you can help those around you. Right? That's it. Like, imagine if you turn someone's life around just by being yourself. Not doing any special tactic, not by studying psychology, just by being yourself and proving through your behavior that it's okay to be yourself. It's okay to open up, because it's okay with you to open up. Like, you find it okay to open up. So, do you know what I mean? Like, you're so okay with it that other people can be okay with it too. Like, they will feel it. I mean, you can say all the shit. We all know, people talk shit. People say stuff and they don't mean it. And they think they mean it, but they don't mean it. Right? We all know people like that. It's normal. Everyone does it as well. They say one thing and then they mean another, or they genuinely believe this one thing, but their behavior time after time proves something different. So understand that wholeheartedly, and understand that your friends, your family, your partner, and even strangers will benefit from you entering darkness yourself and finding the way to deal with it head on. To prove to everyone that it's okay to express, it's okay to be yourself, because you're proving it so congruently, so deeply, so powerfully every moment of your day. That's what I try to do. that's what I try to do with these videos. I get people message me every now and then, like every couple of weeks, every week or two, opening up to me. And I feel like it's not because I know all this stuff. I feel like it's because I put my pride on the line, my reputation on the line, all this stuff on the line, and I'm willing to express it. I feel comfortable expressing these things about myself and sharing my thoughts. So people feel comfortable opening up to me and sharing their thoughts with me. You know? And that's how I think the world should be. That's how I think everyone should be towards everyone else. So rather than go around telling people how to act, I'm going to act it because I know that it's going to rub off on other people. And I'm going to try and be the best human being that I can possibly be. I'm going to research stuff. I even pay for I pay for courses on on communication, on marketing, on relationship stuff, on, I don't know, whatever it might be. Understanding my own mind, courses on understanding my own mind better. I spend money on this stuff. And yeah, I see my influence rub off on the people around me in a positive way. Usually. So that's why people say, there are sayings out there like, before you love someone else, you have to learn to love yourself. That's where these sort of things come from. Imagine if you love yourself, you have a genuine care, not an egotistical love for yourself, but a genuine caring for your own well-being. How that would rub off on other people so that they love themselves. So your partner loves themselves as well. Because they just subconsciously pick up on it. Whatever you feel, they feel. Right? And it's not, as I said before, it's not a black and white thing. It's not if I'm just happy around people, other people will feel happy too. No, it's got to be genuine, because it's got to be from the back of the mind, that genuine happiness, for example. Or that genuine love. And you understand what love is because you love yourself and you're your own best friend. So you can be best friends with other people as well. Right? So understand this concept of mirroring, of whatever you feel they feel, of and also of how the way you see yourself adds subconscious context to every conversation that you have, and then sets up subconscious rules with other people on different topics of conversation. Right? I mean, like a good one, a common one, a really good one is sex, talking about sex, right? You can tell if you ask them a question and they feel uncomfortable, it makes you feel uncomfortable about talking about it further. And in time, if it happens regularly, it'll set that up kind of semi-permanently. You can undo it, but it's locked in there now. And the same thing goes if you talk about something, there's going to be these subtle little body language cues from their subconscious that are going to train your mind, that you're not going to realize, but it's going to train your subconscious to feel what they feel when if they were to talk about the topic. So anyway, I think I've repeated myself enough. I think you guys get it. Let me know what you guys think of this topic, because it's a communication style that's really, really complicated. It's a very complicated topic, and it's hard to digest in one sitting. In fact, it's hard to digest until you start witnessing it in other people and you start changing yourself so that you can see the effect it has on other people around you. Someone's grumpy, just, genuinely know that if you're happier, I mean, it doesn't work with everyone, but I've rocked up to jobs late, for example, and they open the door and you can see on their face they're pissed off that I'm late, right? And then I walk up the door, I open up the door, I walk up, they open the door, they've got that look on their face, and I just go, "Hey, how you going? I'm Chris from Possum Catchers. Tell me all about the noises." And I know that it's going to rub off on them. And then, probably a good 98% of the time, their face changes instantly. Because I mean it. I'm genuinely happy to see them. I'm genuinely happy that I'm going to help them with their problem. And I genuinely, obviously being late is not ideal, but 10 minutes late, it's not a big deal to me. So, and I genuinely believe that, even though it's an inconvenience for them. So, it rubs off on them. Oh, it's not a big deal. And it goes straight into their subconscious. So it sort of changes their mood without them realizing it. So it's I guess that's sort of a type of manipulation, but I use it. It's a pretty damn positive, tool to use, Anyway, just some examples, just some thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. If you make it to the end, let me know about that too. Hit like or hit a love face if you've reached the end. Have a great night or day or whenever it is that you watch this. Bye. Mwah. Mwah, mwah, mwah. What was I going to say? No, I can't remember. Anyway, bye.